Welcome back, folks, to Pillars of Eternity. We are still exploring. And musky smell. And just go ahead and head on out. Let's escape while we still can. Wonder if all these people would have turned. Can we camp here? Nah. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's see what's on the top parts. Soulbound weapons gain additional powers as the wielder meets specific requirements. The weapon description always lists the next requirement. Soulbound weapons. You've yet to find any of those. Oh, this is where we would have climbed up. Sure, we'll take that. Yep, right there. That's where we would have climbed up. Sure, we'll take that. And hey, who knew that there was so many awesome stuff here? Is that a trebuchet? No, it looks like just for the portcullis. Interesting, interesting. That's already open. Let's see what's in here. Roderick run down like a sack of potatoes, which was awesome.
I'll have this open in no time.
Yes, go ahead and use the lockpick.
It's done.
Ooh, fine breastplate. We'll take that.
I can do that.
Yes, go ahead and do that.
That's settled.
Fine large shield. Awesome. Speaking of which, that's pretty sweet that we're finding all this stuff. Kind of glad that we're looting this. Not a lot of combat, but let's see where this goes. Oh, so that went upstairs. Right, sweet. Can we still access the dungeon? I kind of want to still access the dungeon. If we can. Lockpick, difficult 4. We do need to increase our mechanic. We don't have a dedicated rogue, unfortunately. So we might not be able to access some of the wickeder, cooler stuff. Can we go in here? Maybe. Continue, bend the bars. I have the highest strength. Let's run through. Awesome. Because I am so powerful. Alright, so that's the way out. Kind of curious what's all here.
I can do that.
Locked. Silver history. Oh man.
Perhaps a little rest is.
Revenant, okay. Let's take these guys out.
Leave it to me.
Awesome.
Leave it to me.
Let's do it.
That's it.
See, there's EP here. Experience, man. Experience. Awesome. Oh, there's still one left. Nice. Bones. Bones. So why was he keeping those guys down here? Black ooze.
You're not getting through me.
Let's do this. Come on, let's go.
Leave it to me.
There we go. So who knew that there were monsters down here as well? Experience.
I'll take a look.
What's this?
Can we disarm it?
That's settled.
Awesome. Figured that there would be a trap there because there was one on the other side. Alright, so you see. Loot, give me this awesome loot. Nope, don't go up. Spirits, egg. Sure, we'll take that. Oh man. Fighting spirits. Ring, minor spell binding, suppress. Grant suppression affliction. 2 per rest. Saying a magical ring may bestow various special properties or defense to the wearer. A small size allows them. Suppress affliction. Sounds like a front line fighter thing, I think.
Hey.
Affliction sounds like a disease or something. Speaking of which, oh, can't triage. Oh man, run! Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's turn into a werewolf.
But
Yeah, there we go.
Hey.
So it's here. Bloodstone. Bloodstone.
I'm on the trail.
Anything? Anything at all? No. Okay. So hey, we found some monsters. That's pretty cool. Alright. Let's go get them. Went down like a sack of potatoes.
and what does the flame
Oh my gosh. So many traps.
You're not.
Oh, that was foolish. Hey, over here.
Can't get a good shot.
Nice. Let's go
I'll
ahead
handle
and,
this.
Sure, go ahead and open that up.
It's done.
I can do that.
It's locked. Let's see who this guy is.
I'll have this open in no time.
Records. Oh man.
Hey,
Hello? Hello?
I'll have this open in no time. I'll handle this.
Requires lockpicks.
Leave it to me.
Let's do this. Crumble of the soul. What's this do? That's an AoE beetle shell.
Following your lead.
Aw, he went down. Let's get the gruel. Ghoul, I guess.
Dead on.
There we go.
No! Hang on!
Sweet. See what all we got here.
All right then.
Loot everything. Alright.
Hey,
Oh man. I take it that you are to thank for the changing of the regime. Plah! You have set my research back by years, and for what? The whims of a half-witted aristocrat? Cross was not, as you might imagine, terrible apprentices of my work. I suppose I am eternally grateful that my life was spared. Go meddle in someone else's affair. I have no further use for you. All those fresh supplies wasted. First you think this poor creature is diseased, for the black fur seems to have fallen off of its hide in patches. But when the cat turns to investigate a fly on the wall, you note that its entire section of its ribcage is open to the air. Some of its tail is rotten away altogether and revealing a few jagged vertebrae. This doesn't seem to bother the cat much. It lets out a trembling purr and rubs against your chin. Pet the cat. Spend a few pleasant moments scratching the cat between the ears. Black fur comes away in clumps. Pick up the cat. Pick it up, surprisingly light and unexpectedly pointing to the creature, and it purrs contently in your arms. Cool. Did I just get a pet? Black cat added. Awesome. Let's see here. You have anything else to say? Okay, whatever. Let's have a look-see. Lower ramparts. To the temple. To the moat. Kind of curious on what she had to loot. I guess we could still fight her.
I can do that.
Actually, we're going to rest. You awaken to see Durfin, his staff held in both of his hands before him. A flame flickers at the top, casting a long shadow across his face as he stares in contemplation. Still, for all the light of the fire, your eyes can't focus on him. Perhaps it is awakening from the sleep or the tricks of the light, but he seems indistinguishable, blurred around the edges, something except for his staff. The staff, he seems to be studying its engravings. As you watch, the engravings glow thinly red, though through the crackling of heat-infused wood. The lines seem like molten metal burning along the edges of his staff. Then branches out in the intricate series of fiery veins, bunching thickly where his hands clench the wood, pulsing as if a heartbeat. As you watch, the vines spiral into a dozen separate circles that spiral again until they arrange in a circle of their own. They pulse, wait, and all this strangely silence. And then suddenly there is a great light from the fire and rushing of air and a great flash, and you awaken again to see Durin in the same place, still holding his staff. But he is solid, real. He doesn't seem to have noticed you or reacted to what has occurred. Discuss your... Talk to him.
I'm here. What? Hey,
How do we talk to him?
I'll have this open in no time.
She is a necromancer, and we hate necromancers, so that's my excuse. Let's have some fun with this. There we go. There we go. Just engage. Let's knock her down. There we go. Wolf attack. Mage attack. Edit chain. Talk to him. Field Tirage. Allows this healing of a small amount. Oh, I forgot he can do that too. Can't believe I haven't been doing that. Alright, well, she went down real nice.
Leave it to me.
Nice. Alright, and we got a key. Stole from there. Fine stiletto, hunting bow, potion.
All right then.
Well, guess what? We're under new management. Let's talk to this guy. This young man is badly bruised and scout face. I don't know who you are, but will you help me? Gods, what has become of this place? I don't think I can fight my way out. You end up here after assaulting the keep with Crassus and his men? Yes. Seemed a good plan. We got in without incident, and I knew the way. But we were surprised in the dungeon, and most of us... He shudders. You have seen some of them, fought them, their bodies at least. Not their minds anymore, but their souls. The woman down here, Relentless Animancer, her name is Ursula. Ursula? I've heard her speaking, sometimes talking about a cure. Lord Merrick calls on her often, but she's not curing anyone. She only turns men and women into monsters. I watch her take the others. I'm sure I'll be next. Hudson is dead. Good. She deserves far worse. Maybe with her gone, the people can change. She's changed, can pass on to the next life. I hope so, anyways. Tell me about her. There's something not right about her. Bad feelings, I mean. I knew the moment she arrived, things would take a turn for the worse. There's nothing good comes of dealing with animancers. Unnatural, the lot of them. She's the one who transformed them, changed my friends into monsters. Say that she was doing it for the good of the Guild of Vale. I clenched his fist. more like the good of her coin purse and her sick curiosity. You are free. Thank you, stranger. I have to get back to the fork. But first comes food and rest. I think he hesitates. If you would dare the upper floors, tell him how I live. Tell him that I still have a carving he gave me of the Pale Knight. That should convince him, and perhaps he can help you somehow. Sweet. Good luck, and may the gods keep you safe. Cool. So I dealt with an internal threat, and not even meaning to.
It's open in no time. It's done.
There we go. Go ahead and open that. Alright, so cool. A few blade fingers.
Let's keep quiet.
Alright. Cool. We saved the place and we didn't even mean to. Kind of, I guess. Yeah, a wizard by herself, an animancer by herself. Oh, nah. Do we not go that way?
Keeping an eye out.
Yeah. Let's keep an eye out on Steph. Let's do this.
Following your lead.
Disengage. Everybody come in. Come on. There we go. Oh my goodness gracious. There we go.
You're not. You're not getting. Leave it.
There we go.
Not getting.
That was a terrible mistake. We still got two people not fighting.
Of course.
Oh, let's check this out first.
Now this I haven't seen.
You wish to trigger it? Yes. Run away. Fine. Burndy. Okay, that's cool.
Hey.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very polite.
Trigger it, yes.
Can't stand much longer.
There we go. Crossbow and alright. Let's see what's going on this side. Okay, let's see what's going on this side. Okay. Unlocking this thing without the proper key. Okay. To the moat. To the lower. To the lower levels. Just do this. Come on, guys. Everybody's. Talking about everybody's.
Following your lead.
By the way, you can triage yourself, right? Yes, field triage. You can triage frontline fighter. There we go. Triage him. There we go. Any weapons listed in Slash or Crush will do whatever damage type is most advantageous. Usually whatever type the target is most vulnerable to. Slash or Crush. see what's going on here. Fear. Sure, we'll take that. Captain of the Guards. Mind yourself here. Duelist hat. Fine flail. Bottom moon. Dark waves. Anything else here? I guess not. These are all Roderick's Guard. Cell sword. Archer. That would have been an interesting fight. That definitely would have been an interesting fight. Captain of the Guards, and looks like a bunch of mercenaries up there. Alright. So we cannot enter the temple. So we just go ahead and leave the direction we came from. And where should we go next? That is a good question. Where should we go next? It's a journal. A man who waits. Then key accolade showed me a vision of an and we need to talk to somebody. So him talk. I had a question I wanted to ask you.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skidding your knuckles on the wrong door.
I saw something strange. You were sitting by a fire and I saw a great light on your staff.
Tell me what you saw.
It was a flash like an explosion, a rush of air, and incredible bright.
Light of the God Hammer.
What is the God Hammer?
It was a weapon of Deerwood's people, a symbol of their independence. It saved the Deerwood.
What do you know about it?
It brought the Saints' war to an end, knocked a god from his perch. There are few that would deny Aothis overstepped. The God Hammer reminded Aothis of it. You saw its light because I helped shape it, give it life, and release it into the world. Once seen, its glory is almost too bright to be believed, and too bright to be forgotten.
You helped build the God Hammer?
There were 12 of us. We fashioned the weapon, crafted plans for it, prayed for guidance at Ashfall, and it came to me there. Each of us were given a staff made from the forest of black trees around us, glowing with embers and fire far greater than this branch you see now. It felt as if the staff was Margaren's own finger, guiding my hand, guiding the other 11, the shadows of the 12 who had come to stand on the bridge to stop Aothis.
Shadows of the 12?
Even in that stand, there was a ritual to it. For the 12 that stood on the bridge, there were 12 shadows cast, 12 faithful of Margaret, her fiercest supporters and shapers of the God Hammer.
And the rest of the stuff in front of him, and the flame on top of it curls for a moment, and then blood flashes. It splits into a ring of flames, one after the other, until a dozen of them met.
As 12 held Aothis fast, we 12 unleashed our prayers, and let the God Hammer fall.
Then it blossomed brightly once and resumed the candle intense. In the aftermath, the shadows seemed sharper than the vicinity, as if they were at the edge, and you blinked to clear your vision. Durrance is still staring at a tiny candle-like flame.
Shadows cast by the fire of the God Hammer, perhaps. We share their fate as well in time. Now the spine of the Deerwood is marked by the God Hammer, marked by Margaret.
You mean share their fate?
Not all deaths come with stilled breath and stilled heart, or other stilled passions beneath the waste.
Huh.
Some deaths come from silence. The connection we once shared with Margaret, after the light of the God Hammer, it was not the same. It was as if we'd lost our senses, and sense of purpose as well. Instead of victory, being welcomed, there was silence, within and without. Not many can claim to have killed a god.
Wow.
It is less a heroic tale than you would think. changed our faith. All faiths, I expect. Doubtful. And the world changed. I do not believe Margaret was pleased by what we had done.
Why is that?
The world is broken. The wheel still. There is sickness in the world's heart. Perhaps the price of crossing a god. Crossing two gods. Even as Margaret shaped our hands, perhaps we carried her will farther than was allowed. Just as Widewind, Saint Widewind. Mortal arrogance to match mortal arrogance.
Perhaps.
Yet if the world had changed, then I sought to change with it. If I had forgotten some of Margaret's teachings, I would find them again. I would make her see me again.
What did you do?
I remembered Margaret's teachings. How reminders on the flesh were more important than the death of a vessel. And I wondered if killing Aethys, if that had simply set him free, had it allowed him to escape his punishment and be taken on the wheel, like a mortal.
Interesting.
As I stepped from the now blessed Godhammer Bridge, I thought of Ashfall. I thought of the war of black trees. Wondered if I needed to be burned to find myself again. That is Margaret at her heart. At least that is my hope. These are the doubts that befall me.
What happened when you returned to Ashfall?
The road to Ashfall is long. Gives one time to think. If you think long enough, you do not know. I left without telling anyone, with only the robes I wore at Halcott, my staff, and my name, which is long buried. Of my fellow 11 craftsmen, disciples, I knew not what happened to them, if they suffered the same doubt as I did. But it was undeserved. It was wrong. We had done all that. Last, grab victory from defeat,
You feel as if the God has betrayed you? Do you feel as if you betrayed the God? Tell me what happened on the bridge. We chose the bridge because we could control it. It was a place where we could choke Aethys in his own footsteps, where we knew his feet would fall, a narrow neck of stone. But it was more than that. It was a spine of the deadwood, a symbolism of its backbone. Each symbol are important in construction of a weapon, any weapon. I suspect Aerthon knew that as well, and so did his vessel. It was this arrogance. He intended to walk upon the bridge, as if walking in the back of the deerwood, and we intended to burn him with the light of our faith and his. 12 on the bridge, 12 in the shrouds, and gave ourselves to it. Gave yourselves to it.
we put much of ourselves into the Godhammer. Such a device is not simply a machine. There are elements of the spirit in it. Even Widewind's spirit.
Widewind, why?
We all studied Widewind. He was our enemy, and he had provided the flesh the god wore as a cloak. That flesh made him vulnerable. I knew what fields his hands had tilled, his family, what he had harvested, where he had been born. We sought to know him, what had led him to fight us.
Why is that important?
You don't kill the god. You kill the man it inhabits. And you leave that man a ruin. Burn him to ash. The weapon was meant to not only burn his flesh, but it would burn his soul. And it did. At the cost of our own. At the cost of our goddess's favor. That holy damned.
It sounds as if you fell victim to your own weapon.
Perhaps your eyes were blinded by the truth of the Godhammer, Watcher. I feel half a man at times, but even that is twice that of most others. If you fear for my spirit, your fears are baseless. The Godhammer, seeing its light, only fueled my anger, and made me stronger, made made me re-examine the teachings of Margaret, put them in a new light.
Looks like that they're only part of you, as if your spirit had been sheared in half.
I do not need you to cast any more questions on me, Watcher. Nor did I ask you to look upon me without my leave. Get gone, and leave me be.
Alright. Cool.
Hey.
Let's get out of the dungeon. That's a little creepy. He's like, yes, here in the sewers we're going to talk about killing gods and shit. Oh, well, time's pretty much up. I will see you folks in the next video, alright? Bye.